Welcome you all. In the last lecture we have seen what is the sieve analysis, what is the procedure, how to calculate the percentage of the soil particle smaller than uh, something size. For example, we have calculated 90% of the soil particles are smaller than 4.75 mm size, like this. And we have also seen what is the graph. If the graph is S-shaped graph, then it is a well graded soil. If graph is something vertical, then it is a poorly graded soil. Now we have to see what are the shape factor or what is the shape parameter. There are two parameters. The first one is coefficient of uniformity, and it is given as Cu is equal to d60 divided by d10, and the next parameter is coefficient of curvature, and it is given as Cc is equal to d30 square divided by d10 by d60. Now what is d60, what is d10, what is d30? So for the coarse grained analysis, for the coarse grained soils, these three terms are important: d60, d30 and d10. So what is the d60? So d is a diameter of soil particle and 60 is a 60%. So d60 is 60% soil particles of total soil weight are finer than d diameter. Okay, so d60 is a 60% of soil particles are smaller than this d diameter, like this. Suppose d30. Now suppose d30. So d meaning of the d30 is the 30% soil particles are finer than this d diameter, okay, and 30% of what? 30% of total soil weight. Okay, similarly d10 is 10% soil particles of total soil weight are finer than this d diameter. Okay, so again see what is coefficient of uniformity. It is a ratio of d60 divided by d10. So here in the d60, this d may be different and this d, that is diameter of soil particle, may be different. Okay, similarly for the coefficient of curvature, Cc is equal to d30 square divided by d10 by d60. Now there are some values for the different soils. For the uniformly graded soil, Cu, that is coefficient of uniformity, is equal to 1. For the gravels, value of Cu is more than 4. For the sand, Cu is more than 6. Then for the well graded soil, coefficient of curvature value is in between 1 to 3. Now what is the water content in soil? So in the soil there is some amount of water, always there is some amount of water and also some amount of air. Okay, so this amount of water is nothing but water content or the moisture content in soil. This water content is given as the weight of water divided by weight of soil into 100, that is into the percentage. So WW is a weight of water, WS is a weight of soil. So water content is weight of water divided by weight of soil into 100. So how to calculate now weight of water? Suppose if we take the 1000 gram soil. Okay, in that soil there is some amount of water is also present. Okay, uh, 1000 gram is the weight of soil. That means it includes the weight of water and weight of soil particles. That is equal to total 1000 gram. Okay, so if that soil, if we put it into the oven for the 24 hours, then the water will be evaporated, and after the 24 hours we again take the weight of that soil. Then that weight of soil, suppose it is a 950 gram, it is a 950 gram. So original weight was a 1000 gram. Okay, then after the removal of water, the new weight is 950 gram. So 1000 minus 950, it is equal to 50 gram. That 50 gram is weight of water. So in this way we calculate the weight of water. Okay, now this is the modified formula. Okay, here the weight of water is just written as a weight of total soil minus weight of soil particles. Okay, like this. So now what is the consistency of soil? This term is used for fine grained soil, and the consistency is related to the amount of water content in the soil mass. Suppose if you have taken some soil mass and we add some water into that soil, then it will become the soil paste, or the soil is transferred to the plastic stage. Now again we have added some water into that soil, then the cohesion forces between the soil particles will be reduced, and the soil particle will start to flow like a water. That is, the state of the soil is changed. Okay, now again if we add some more water into that soil particle, then the soil particles will disperse in suspension. So these different stages of the soil, as we increase the amount of water into that soil, the state of soil is also changing, so that different stages of the soil are called as the states of consistency. That different states or different stages of soil which are changing with the amount of water, that are called as the state of consistency. So these states of consistency are depend upon the water content percentage in soil, and the water content percentage at which soil transfers from one stage to another is consistency limit. Okay, and there are three consistency limits. First one is a liquid limit, second is a plastic limit, and the third one is a shrinkage limit. So what is liquid limit? Liquid limit is denoted by WL, and it is defined as the water content limit between the liquid state and plastic state. Water content limit between the liquid state and plastic state. So at this water content, soil is in liquid state, but it have small shearing strength against flowing. So at the liquid limit, the soil particles are in the liquid state, but there is a small shearing strength in the soil for the against the flowing. Okay, the next one is a plastic limit, that is WP. Plastic limit is denoted by WP. It is defined as the water content limit between the plastic state and semi-solid state and semi-solid state. It is a water content limit between the plastic state and semi-solid state. Okay, so when the soil is transformed from the plastic state to the semi-solid state, okay, at that time what is the water content? That water content is nothing but the plastic limit. Okay, the last one is the shrinkage limit, that is WS. It is defined as the water content limit between the semi-solid state and solid state. Okay, and it is a minimum water content at which the soil is completely saturated. It is shrinkage limit. It is a minimum water content at which the soil is completely saturated. So suppose the soil is saturated soil. Okay, then if we start to giving heat to the soil, then the water will evaporate. As the water evaporates, the volume of soil will be decreases because the water is removed, so the volume is reduced. So at the certain limit, the water will completely removed, then the volume of soil will not change because at that time there are only soil particles are left. Okay, so therefore the volume of soil will not change. Okay, so that minimum water content is nothing but the shrinkage limit. Okay, so now consider this graph for the consistency limit. So at the horizontal axis there are water content percentage, at the vertical axis there is a total volume of soil mass. So now suppose the soil is in the liquid state, the water is enough in the soil, and that is the soil is in the liquid state. So as the and we are giving the heat to the soil, so therefore the water started to evaporate. So as water evaporates, the volume of soil will start to decrease. The volume of soil will start to decrease, and after some time this soil is converted from the liquid state to the plastic state. So at that time, what is the water content at which the soil is transformed from the liquid state to the plastic state? That is the liquid limit. Now again the evaporation of water is continued, so again the volume is decreasing, volume of soil is decreasing. So then after some limit of water content, the soil is again transformed from the plastic state to the semi-solid state, so that water content is plastic limit. So again, as evaporation is continue, the volume of soil is again decreasing. Okay, so that the volume of soil is again decreasing, and at the certain limit of water content, the soil is transformed from the semi-solid state to the completely solid state. That is, there are only soil particles are left, that is the solid state. So at that time, that water content is known as the shrinkage limit, that is the WS. So these are different limits of consistency limits. There are 3 limits: liquid limit, plastic limit, and shrinkage limit.